Hi, I'm Nem, and we're going to make a video right now about the Lucid Dreaming opener for Blackmage, the one that is complicated and fragile, the one that breaks easily and is a little bit hard to grasp until you've memorized it, because taking a little bit too long, like a couple extra seconds to figure out which button you need to press next, ruins the whole rotation. So you don't have enough time to trial and error the rotation. You either do it correctly and it works out, or you do it incorrectly and you're super screwed over. And I was struggling to find a lot of examples of this opener, so I just watched people doing it over and over and over again until I had it memorized. I was writing down notes, and I don't want you to have to do what I had to do to learn the rotation. So instead, you can watch this video and it should spell things out for you pretty neatly. Essentially, how it works is you pre-pull at least 10 seconds ahead of time, ideally 16 seconds, sharp cast, and then you're going to do a standard Fire 3 into Thunder 3 into Fire 4 opener. That doesn't change. That's exactly how you should already be doing your opener, so you should be used to that, right? So you're going to pre-pull, Fire 3, Thunder 3, Fire 4. Everything after that is extremely specific. And it's very possible I'm going to mess it up here on stream and be super embarrassed. But bear with me. The Blackmage community is very intelligent. You guys are problem solvers. You guys think on the fly. You learn through trial and error. You have a whole lot of patience more than other players. You deal with a lot of difficulty. So I believe in you that you're going to be able to gain value out of this even if it's not perfect. So your first OGCD window is going to be triple cast every single time, right? You're going to pre-pull sharp cast, fire 3, thunder 3, and then fire 4. And then triple cast fire 4 at this point. After that, it's your pot window. So we're going to skip that for now, right? We're going to skip the pot window, but that's where you pot. We're not going to fill in any OGCDs there because we don't want to misemulate the window. So after you get your first fire 4 out, right, the long cast fire 4, we're going to hit it with that triple cast into another fire 4. This is where things get crazy because that's your movement window. That triple cast fire 4, right, potion fire 4 is your movement window to get into your position and then drop your ley lines. And how you're going to do that is by hitting amplifier first and then ley lines, a double OGCD. Double. Now, I use spell speed gear primarily, and I'm not by any means BIS. I haven't cleared P12 yet, so my spell speed is sitting at a comfy 1978. Yours might be a little bit lower. Yours might be a little bit higher. That's quite all right. What you want to focus on is just making sure that you have enough to fit 2 OGCDs in between your casts, which you should have. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's only a few situations where that becomes problematic. And in fact, I think my spell speed is one of those problematic areas. So I think you should be good. Don't quote me on that. But you're going to do Fire 3, Thunder 3, Fire 4, Triple Cast. Okay, you need the instacast to move. Triple Cast, Fire 4, Potion. Okay, after that triple, you've got to pop your potion because this is where you hit hard. Alright, triple, potion. Those are single GCDs, or singular OGCDs as part of this rotation. After that, that's when things get crazy because you're going to start doubling up. You're going to do amplifier ley lines as your first OGCD window. Your second one is going to be triple cast sharp cast. Yeah, right. Your third one is going to be mana font swift cast. And then your fourth one is going to be lucid dreaming. Don't have time for an addle. You don't have time for anything. Your life sucks. Right? That is it. So it's going to be like let's count the triple casts here, right? You're going to pop your first triple cast, fire 4, potion. That's 1. Fire 4, that's 2. Amplifier ley lines. Fire 4, that's 3. You no longer have any instacasts. You're going to triple cast Sharp Cast, Fire 4, or Despair, depending on your mana. I don't remember where the Despair happens. It's pretty obvious when it happens, right? I think it's Despair. Despair, yeah, because Mana Font's next. So it's Despair, Mana Font, Swift Cast, Fire 4, Lucid Dreaming, Despair. Sounds crazy, right? And once you get that second Despair off, you have to transpose. This is where it gets into transpose meta, right? For this opener. So you transpose, and then this is very specific. You cannot mix this up. You have to paradox first. You have to paradox first because you need 2 Umbral Ice stacks, or you won't have enough MP to cap MP before we go into fire. So once you transpose, it's Paradox, Xenoglossy, because delaying the Thunder Dot is more advantageous for maintaining the buff. I'm sure you're already familiar with this if you're already Savage raiding on Blackmage. So it's Paradox, Xenoglossy, and then Thunder, transpose at full mana, which depending on how efficiently you do this, you might be behind by about 1000 MP. So you might need to wait a second if you're a little bit behind or if the server ticks are not in your favor. I don't use an add-on for tracking server ticks for MP. You might, but just remember Lucid Dreaming is 1.5. Regular mana ticks are 3 seconds, okay? We're going to transpose at full mana and use our last remaining triple cast. We've carried it over due to the swift cast. We've carried over one last charge of our second triple cast for a Fire 3, which burns a lot of our mana. When I first learned that, it broke my brain. I was like, what do you mean I'm going to spend 4,000 mana? What do you mean I'm going to drop to 6k? But trust me, it works out. And then after that, it's very standard. You're going to blow your Fire 4s into a Despair, and then go regular Blizzard 3, Blizzard 4, and then back into regular life. All right? That's a lot of information, and it's really hard. So I'm going to just do it and then let you kind of just have a clean example of what it looks like so that you can study it and so that you can learn. But that's the explanation. So remember, from the top, standard sharp cast pre-pull, Fire 3, Thunder 3, Fire 4. Triple cast, all standard, Fire 4. Potion, still standard, Fire 4. And this is where it gets crazy. Amplifier ley lines, Fire 4. Triple cast, sharp cast. Despair. Mana Font, Swift Cast. Fire 4. Lucid Dreaming. Despair. Transpose. Paradox. Xenoglossy. Thunder. Transpose. Fire 3. Fire 4. Fire 4. Despair. Blizzard 3. Blizzard 4. Normal life. Okay? It's a lot to memorize. You ready? Let's give it a shot. You have a pre-pull. 16 seconds. Sharp cast. You ready for this? I might mess this up, so hopefully I don't. And there we go. I also throw the sharp cast there at the end. Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 4, Despair. That is exactly how that opener goes. Blizzard 3, Blizzard 4. And then, you know, from there, whatever you need. Right? Cool. I hope this helped learn that opener. It's super useful for P11S, probably super useful for P9S. Haven't tested it in P10, but I'm sure it's probably able to be used there too. But hopefully this helps kind of wean you off the pre-pull ley lines. Pre-pull ley lines is super effective for lining up 2 windows. It's super effective for learning fights, but ultimately if you're parsing or trying to just squeeze out more damage because your group needs that, this is going to be more effective at that. So give that a shot and see how it goes. Thanks a bunch.